Pretty easy, that one. Let's have a look in. Oh shit, I forgot to get that open. No game. It keeps doing that, Caitlin. I don't know why, but like whenever I start stream, it always like resets my game. I don't know why. I've got to like read. There you go. I put it back now. It does that every time now. I don't know why it is. I think it's something to do with restream, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh well. It's back to GTA 5 now. Thanks for letting me know. How fucking annoying though. Never used to do that, but Restream had a kind of a change recently, and I think it's fucked something with the game category, so whatever. I won't have to use Restream forever though. It's multi-streaming's coming to Stream Elements, so I will use that instead. Tried to download Red Dead Redemption 2 on under 100 gigabytes per random. I love how much trouble you go through to get a smaller version of the game. Alright, let's see what we got. Please be an easy sell. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Alright, that's great, actually. You're gonna get the first one on Switch at Christmas. That'll be pretty fun, I'm sure. Oh, that's one. Alright, fine. That one's not that. That's not bad. You still think $50 for a game from 2010 is a ripoff, though? I mean, I don't view it as a game from 2010. View it as a re-release of a game from 2010. You can still get the original Red Dead Redemption 1 on Xbox for fairly cheap, so... It's not like you can't. You can still buy it on PS3 and Xbox 360 pretty cheap. It's just that those versions suck compared to the Switch and the PS5 or PS4, Switch and PC version, which is way, way better. Other way. I think the reason they put the price high up like that is initially to get sales at the full price, but also because it means that they can do, like, you know, actual sales at a much, you know, like make it look bigger. If you put the game out at £25 and then you put it on sale for 20, it doesn't look that big. But if you put the game out for £50 and then you put the sale on for 25, That's a big reduction. That's a half reduction right there. So that's why they do it. I don't blame them. Plus, making your games more expensive, putting your games at a higher price just kind of makes it look more premium. If you make your games really cheap, it does have... It's like when you make your product cheap. If you sell a product and you make it cheaper, it makes it people think, oh, what's wrong with it? Whereas if you put your price up high and everything you sell is high, people kind of associate with you being premium. In other words, Apple, for example. Apple does that, where they put everything they own or everything they make at high prices. So people automatically assume that if you buy an iPhone, you're buying something that's premium because it's so expensive. Everything that Apple makes is premium. That's what people associate it as now. If Apple started releasing $250 phones and, you know, Apple Macs that were $150, yeah, Apple would not be considered premium anymore. So sometimes you have to keep your prices high if you want to keep yourself looking like a premium manufacturer or developer or producer, whatever you want to be. It works. It does work. Psychologically, it works. That's why so many people think Apple's so amazing, because it's very expensive. So they will always assume that. There's Macs for 500, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking 250, 100. 500 quid for a computer that has nothing else with it is a lot of money to a lot of people. And so that is premium. But when you know, if you go and, you know, like a lot of people that buy computers, they aren't spending 500 quid, they're spending 350, 400 max. So £500 may not seem like a lot, but that's premium to a lot of people. If you're someone who can barely afford food, you're not going to go out and buy a £500 Mac. Well, at least you shouldn't. You probably, if you're going to need a laptop, you're going to probably buy something that's a lot cheaper. Hey, Bruce, what's up? But yeah, that's the you know, the reality of it. If you want to get yourself a cheap computer, there's way better options than a £500 Mac that hasn't even got a screen. You know, you've got to buy a separate screen. So that even if you go for a cheap one, you're looking at least $50. $550 right there. Mouse, keyboard. Because I don't think the little Mac Mini comes with a mouse or keyboard. So you know, if you want to buy an Apple one as well, so you're gonna spend more money. So $500 is that's how Apple gets you. They start off with a semi-reasonable price, and then all the accessories start adding up. But Apple is a premium manufacturer. When people look at Apple products, they think, oh, that's premium because of the prices. And you know, an equivalent computer from someone else would be half of that. I know Apple sells the whole, you know, Mac Mini on performance, but the average person who's looking for a cheap computer isn't thinking, you know, yes, look at this performance. They're looking at, oh, does it run the programs I need? Yes, okay, good. That's it. And so a lot of people associate things like iPhones as premium now, because Apple only ever sells premium stuff. The cheapest phone is 450 fucking quid. I mean, that's ridiculous. But if Apple started releasing a £250 phone, and quickly Apple would start looking at, oh, we're not actually that premium, As the issue Samsung has. Samsung makes a lot of very high-end phones that are very premium-like iPhones, but people don't view Samsung as a premium phone manufacturer because they also release a load of phones that aren't 500 quid or above. You know, Samsung releases a lot of A-series phones that obviously aren't as premium. So if Samsung started selling... Oh, come on. If Samsung started selling, you know, only high-end phones, then yeah, they would become premium eventually. Why would you buy an older, why would you want to buy, like, an older MacBook? Especially one that's, like, pre-ARM-based processor. Like, if you're going to buy an old Intel-based Mac, the performance is such a big difference from a modern-day Mac that there's no reason to buy one. You'd be better off waiting to an M1-based Mac goes on sale than buy an Intel-based Mac at this point. if you want to get a cheaper one. But it's such a bad deal, though. You're spending 400 quid for a low-level Intel-based processor Mac. It's not worth it. You might as well just get yourself a more modern Intel-based Windows computer at that point. Like, the performance difference between an older Mac and a newer Mac is insane. It's not even worth going for an older one. Not to mention Apple stopped support for a lot of their older Macs very early on. You could put Linux on it. Why would you want to buy a Mac to put Linux on it? Like, why would... Like, I'm just wondering, why would anyone spend that much money to put Linux on it? Anyone who knows what they're talking about with computers wouldn't spend that much money on an old Mac to put Linux on it. That would be such a stupid thing to do. Like, no one would do that. There's literally no purpose for an old Mac. There's literally no purpose for an old Mac. Like, not one purpose for an old Mac. Anything pre-M1 at least, anything pre-2020. There's not one purpose for it. Like, not even a 2019 model. Not even a 2019 Intel model. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the headache. You'd be better off waiting and saving up for an M1. At least an M1 base Mac. But that's what I'm saying, like, with Apple stuff, is that it's premium. It's all premium. Apple has a very... 2020 Mac Mini... I mean, you could get a 2020 Mac Mini, but again... I mean, it's not the worst, but I wouldn't spend that much money for it. I wouldn't spend more than maybe $250 for that. Maybe. But then the cheapest ones... But then, why would you even want to buy used? Like, Apple prides itself on being a premium company, and so Apple typically likes to, likes people to buy all the latest stuff. They have a used... I believe they do have a used option, but it's usually very, very hidden away. HP is the best. When it comes to Windows computers, you can't really say that any manufacturer's the best like that, because Windows computers have a whole bunch of different variables to take into account. I wouldn't say there's an outright best when it comes to... They all have their pros and cons. When it comes to laptops, it's extremely difficult, actually, to make a good decision. It entirely depends what you want. But yeah, I wouldn't personally buy I wouldn't buy anything from Apple pre-2020, and even then, with how quickly Apple stopped supporting stuff on their older hardware, I would be hesitant to buy anything from Apple that's older than 2 years old. Because yes, they support their hardware. Let's be, okay, sure, they'll support their hardware, but then at the same time, they'll say, oh, well, this new feature that we're doing only works on a brand new piece of Apple hardware. Go buy a new one. And we offer a trade-in program where you get less than 10% of what your first original cost was. Love that. The thing is, though, if you're someone that can't afford to buy the latest Mac, you're probably not... You probably don't have the money to buy a Mac in the first place, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you're someone who can't afford a brand new Mac, you're someone who shouldn't buy a Mac. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like, if you can afford a brand new Mac without putting on to debt, yeah, sure, buy a Mac, good. If you want it, buy it. But if you're someone who has to scrounge up money to buy a pre-owned Mac or an old Mac that's like 5 years old, yeah, you're probably someone who shouldn't be buying a Mac. You should probably be sticking to something else until you have a better job, or you stop spending as much money on other things. Perhaps even stop eating completely and survive off just water and sunlight. Then you can buy a Mac. But if you're someone who has to save up, if you're someone who struggles to buy even a 5-year-old Mac, yeah, that's when that's out your financial class. Let's be honest. Let's just be real with that one. I always see that with people who will buy stuff that they cannot afford, and they will do everything they can to scrounge up money And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you scrap? Why would you put yourself into almost in debt, if not into debt, to get yourself something that is so old? Like, at that point, you have to just accept that it's not in your budget. But so many people don't seem to understand that, and they have this obsession. Like that person I used to know, that person I used to know from back in the day, who would always be hungry, never have any money for food, but then they had to buy a Mac. It was the one thing they had to do. They had to buy a Mac, so they spent all their university, college money on their loan they got to buy a Mac. They spent all that money on a Mac, and that Mac isn't even supported anymore. That Mac stopped being supported about 5 years ago. So that person had to buy another Mac if they wanted to continue running their programs to this day. And I was like, well, why not just buy a comparable computer that has a way better price tag? No, didn't want to do that. They didn't want to spend that much money on it, so they spent instead of that, they bought themselves a Mac, and yeah, they couldn't afford food. Ain't that some shit? But people get this into their head that they need this premium product in their lives, and so that's what Apple does. Apple has a very good premium product, you know, feel to it. You know, people will buy it because if Apple started releasing cheap products, people would stop buying it as much, I feel, because they would be like, well, I buy Apple because it's premium. So if Apple starts releasing £250 phones or even less, then a lot of the people that buy Apple because it feels premium will go, That's why a lot of people who buy a phone have this misconception that Android phones are cheap. You know, a lot of people still think Samsung phones are cheap, for example, because they've only ever... A lot of these people would start out with Samsung phones when they were cheaper, when they were poorer or younger, and they would start off with like an A-series phone, and then they would think, oh, well, okay, whatever. They'll finally afford an iPhone, buy an iPhone, they'll be like, oh, this is way better than this Samsung phone. Samsung's shit. But it's because they never use an actual S-series phone. They only ever use a lower-end A-series from back when phones were way, way, way less powerful. And so they switched to iPhone. They have it in their head, oh, iPhone is way better because it's premium and blah, blah, blah. But if they went back and tried a modern-day Samsung S25, for example, they would probably be like, oh, this is very different. I know a lot of people like that as well, who their first smartphones were all cheap Android phones, and then they switched to iPhone, the next phone, and they've never used an Android phone since then. So they all have the misconception, oh, all Android phones are really bad or have bad, pictures or yada yada yada. None of them have tried Android since then. None of them have tried it since then. They've only ever tried iPhone, and so they have this misconception that it's, it is the only premium product. But Apple does that well, because if Apple started releasing cheaper phones, the same thing would happen there. Some people would probably buy a cheaper iPhone because they couldn't afford a higher-end iPhone, and they'd be like, oh, this runs like shit. And then so what would happen over time is Apple would lose the premium brand that they have, this premium branding, and then people would start going, oh, well, iPhones aren't that good, only if you spend a lot of money, which is what, Samsung has the issue with, where a lot of people never try the higher-end Samsungs. A lot of people would probably start trying lower-end iPhones, but, oh, this iPhone's not that good, actually, because this one runs like shit. So this is why I think it's smarter for Apple to stay in the higher brand, because in the higher bracket, as soon as they start releasing cheaper phones, the same complaints that happen to Android will happen to iPhone, and that would be a big loss for Apple. So it's better for Apple just to keep making only higher end products. You don't want to ever make your premium brand, look like it's not that good. Hey DSM, what's up? S24 is mad, that's why you like Apple. You can get 800 and still premium image. I mean, to be honest, the S24 is a similar price to the higher-end iPhone. It's just that, like I said, the image is not there. But people just have this obsession with, oh, it's image. With premium, with an image. I mean, Apple's done a very good job at curating their image. I mean, if they, as I said, if they start releasing cheaper phones, then people would be like, oh, well, iPhone's not actually as good as it is. The fundamental issue is that people don't compare equal costs. People compare their £200 Android phone to their £800 iPhone. I don't know why, but they do. And then they never experience anything better. Whereas I was kind of the opposite in a way. I started out, I didn't have an iPhone. I had an iPod Touch 3rd gen, which was similar to an iPhone 3GS. And my friend had an iPhone 4. And so I kind of used that, and I was like, this is cool. But then I went with the Samsung Galaxy S2, which at the time was actually really fucking good. Apple did have an issue early on with iPhones not being as good as they are now. Back when Apple used to make everything, before they made everything and they had to use like other companies' CPUs, the lackluster CPUs mixed with very low RAM amounts meant that their iPhones were not as good as the higher end Android phones. But then they managed to change that around. I think it was, what, 20... Was it... When did they introduce the A-series CPUs? When they introduced the A-series CPUs, that's when they turned it around. It was one of the best decisions they ever made, was making their own CPU, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like Apple, but fuck me, they made a great decision with making their own CPUs, because fuck me, those CPUs are good. Hey, Joe, what are you saying, bro? How was FC25? But it's the same thing with the Macs, actually. I think Apple did a great job with the Mac, the M series processors. Like, holy shit, man, they did a really good job with those as well. But they are premium products, and for a reason. I don't think... I think, you know what? I think Apple could release a cheap Mac. They could probably put out a Mac for $250 if they wanted to. With an old M1. But why would they? It would be stupid. So, I don't blame them. Oh yeah, iPhone was really small. I mean, my Galaxy S2 was, what, 4.3 inches? And the iPhone was, what, 3.5? I think it was. Or was it 3.5 inches? And I remember when the iPhone went to 4, and that was a big increase, and it was still smaller than my Samsung Galaxy S2. And then eventually started doing bigger phones. But yeah, at one point that was also an issue of iPhone, is that if you wanted a bigger phone, you had to have an Android. Now iPhones are fucking ridiculously large. Some of the ones I've seen, the Pro, was it Pro Max? They're so fucking big now. I couldn't believe it when I went to a shop and I saw it. I was like, fuck me, this thing is so big. I wouldn't go over Pro Max if I went to iPhone. I never would go iPhone, but if I did, I would never go Pro Max. I would just go for the standard iPhone or the standard Pro. I would never go like Max. Way too big. Pretty fun. Not touching UT though. Fair. Don't want to ruin your experience, right? Yeah, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just doing some grind. You know how it is. Hey, Joe, what are you saying, bro? Not Joe, Dean even. What am I saying? I already asked Joe. Hey, Dean, how you doing, bro? I'll ask Joe again, you know. I'll say, are you really okay with FC, yeah? Is EA holding you hostage? Has EA got you, they got the EA ninjas holding you hostage? They did with the 5C and the SE. They are cheaper options, but they're not cheap as what I mean. They're cheaper in the sense they are still expensive. Like, let's look at the SE. The SE is £479 in the UK, I believe, and it's got a design that is what now 5-6 years old. It's got the old button design, which, although don't get me wrong, I do like the old iPhone design. I think it's iconic. It's a really old design, and it's for £479. It's obvious that Apple doesn't want people buying the SE. They want people to buy their mainline phones. That's why the SE is so high. The SE should be priced maybe $250. Let's be real. But the reason they sell it at the price they sell it is because they go, people will look at it as kind of an entry point. So they go and look at the SE and they go, oh, this is fairly okay price. It's only $1,000, you know, £1,000. It's not that mad. But then they start using it and they go, oh, the screen's a bit too small, it's a bit too bulky for what it is. And then they go, how much is the next iPhone? And then you know, the person's like, oh, well, the next iPhone is 800 or 700, whatever it is, 750 or whatever the fuck it is now. They're like, oh, well, it's a lot more money, but there's a much better screen on it. And so they'll spend the extra 300 that they didn't originally have, or they didn't originally want to spend, and they'll spend it on getting themselves the higher end iPhone, because it has a better screen. Whereas, you know, if the SE had like a modern day screen, which apparently it's gonna be moved over to the new, well, not the new, it's gonna be moved over to the notch, you know, the notch design that iPhones had for so many years. that's going to be where that's going to be the new SE apparently. So I guess it won't be as bad, but watch Apple put the price up with that one. Watch Apple put the price up with the SE, the next SE, the next SE, whatever it's called, you know, probably SE, what, 4, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. But that's going to go up 100%, going to go up more money, because they're going to probably think, well, we can get away with this. So, remember your 6S Plus, buddy would hold his iPad up to his ear because of how big your phone was. Yeah, the 6S Plus was quite... It's actually, the older phones are actually quite big as well, because although they have smaller screens, they are very big, like the actual like physical device, because of all the bezel along them. But I'm glad that the bezel's getting smaller, because otherwise the phones will keep getting bigger and bigger. But yeah, pretty crazy. If you ever start glazing UT, then EA definitely got your gunpoint. I'll remember that, bro. Back in 2015, 500 was flagship. Yeah, I miss those days. I can't lie, I do miss those days. Is there an SE4? I have no idea. I don't know what version this is. I think this is the S. I think this is the current one's the third SE. Because yes, the original SE was back in the day, and then they did a second gen one in 2020. And then I think they redid a refresh in 22. So this is, yeah, so they're currently on their third SE. So the next one will be probably this year coming up, which is apparently when they're going to switch to a notch-based design. Which I guess is good for people that like the notch. I mean, I hate the notch. That's one of the reasons I never switched iPhones. I hate the notch so much. The dynamic island is definitely a better choice over the notch, I'm not gonna lie. But what Apple does really well is they get... Apple's very good at bullying people. Like how they do their... You know how they do their green and blue bollocks, you know, to say, oh, whether someone's on iMessage or not. They do that because it makes kids feel they need to get an iPhone, because otherwise they get bullied. And then they do the same shit with the dynamic island. People who might think, oh, I'm going to buy an SE, if it's got the notch, they're going to look at that, and then they're going to be like, yeah, my friends are going to know I've got an SE. Then they're going to bully me for having a cheaper iPhone. Like how people used to do that when they... Remember when they released the X? And they released the 8. Some people got the 8, and they got bullied by people in their schools for having the 8, having the old style iPhone instead of the instead of the X style, the notch design. And the same thing will happen next time when they do that, when the SE. So people who buy the SE next will have this. They'll never put like an equal design on the SE as the standard, as the higher end iPhones, because they know that it will mean that more people will buy them. If they put a dynamic island on the SE, guarantee people, a lot of people will just say, well, that's fine for me, then I don't need a higher end iPhone. So they don't want that. So they put the old notch design on it instead to get people, because that's the amount of fucking kids I sit on the bus. Yeah, I sit on the bus and there's all these kids and they've all got like fucking Pro Max iPhones, you know, the latest of the latest, and they've all got the highest one. These are like 16-year-old kids and younger, and they've all got like the latest iPhone, like Pro 16 Max. It's fucking ridiculous. They all have dynamic islands, all of them. And I'm like, bro, like, I can see now some poor kid get themselves an SE for their Christmas present and going to school, and all the fucking kids at school go, oh, you got an iPhone, yeah? You finally got an iPhone, yeah? And they go to school and they see the old notch and like, you got some old ass iPhone. I can already tell. I can already fucking tell. That shit pisses me off, man. The way that Apple does that shit really fucking pisses me off. And the way that Apple's also, I will say this about Apple, they are so fucking smart at setting up, getting people to pay a little bit more. So you know when you buy, you know when the standard iPad's what, $350, right? Standard iPad's like $350, right? So you go and it's got a really small storage. So you go, oh, I'll spend a little bit more to get the double the storage. And then you see that the price for that, you double the storage and the price is suddenly comparable with the next iPad up, the iPad mini or whatever. So then someone goes, well, the iPad standard with like 128 gigabytes is the same price as the iPad mini, but 64. So then I'll say, oh, I'll get the iPad mini. But then they're like, oh, but 64 is too small. So I'll go for the 128. And then they look at the price and they see the iPad mini with 128 is more comparable with an iPad Pro. And they go, oh, well, I could get an iPad Pro then. And then they look at the iPad Pro and they go, oh, but it's too small storage. I need more storage. So then they go, oh, I'll get the 128 iPad Pro. And suddenly, someone who was happy to spend $350 has suddenly spent $650, $750, whatever the fuck the prices are. Those aren't I'm not saying the exact prices, but that's the kind of the concept behind it, where you kind of offer these small, you charge so much for each storage upgrade that then people start kind of mentally it breaks down their mental barriers. If you go into a shop and say I won't spend more than £400, but then you start breaking it down each time. You go, well, why would I get the iPad standard with 128 when I could get the iPad mini, which is so much better, but it's only got 64, so I'll go for the 128. And then you go, well, the iPad Pro is even better, but it's only, so you start breaking down those barriers. Whereas if Apple just had these big gaps between them, people would just go, well, I've not spent... If they had like a £400 gap between each iPad with no, with the storage being cheaper. So let's say the iPad standard had like storage that was only maybe £20 more expensive each level, there would be bigger gaps between each iPad. So people wouldn't buy the higher end iPads. They'll go, well, that one's, they would go in there and go, oh, I need like a 256 gigabyte iPad. Oh, well, the standard iPad is only, £400 versus the iPad mini, which is like 600 something. I'll just go for the iPad standard. But because these gaps get smaller with these little storage increases, it's smart. Apple is so slick like that. They are the absolute kings at psychologically breaking people down and parting with their money. Apple could sell you a slab of shit and people would part money. They would sell their souls. They would sell their kidneys for a slab of shit with an iPad logo, an Apple logo on it. Apple is the fucking most intelligent company for that shit. I have never seen a better company for it. They are insane. They 100% must have hired the kind of people that work at oil companies and tobacco companies and alcohol companies, because these people have got the psychological shit down to get people to buy more, more petrol, more cigarettes, more alcohol. Apple 100% must have hired those motherfuckers, because holy shit, they are so good at it. I've never seen people want to part money more than with Apple stuff. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. The bus fare goes up 50p more. No, people don't want it. People don't want it. They gotta take the bus somewhere. No, 50p. No, we will not pay that. Apple puts the price up by an extra £50. Yes, I'll have that. Like, Apple is so fucking good at that shit, man. I've never seen a company like it. Apple is insane at marketing their products. I can't even hate. Like, I hate Apple, but I can't even hate on that. Like, they are intelligent as shit when it comes to marketing their products. I couldn't, and pricing them, insane, absolutely insane. Like, if I'm telling you, man, that's who Microsoft needed to hire for their Xbox. Look at the Xbox. Here's a good example of the opposite. Look at the Microsoft Xbox. Their naming schemes are all fucking awful. They have no idea how to sell anything, and their latest advert was saying, this is an Xbox, where they slap stickers on TVs, on laptops, on streaming devices and stuff like that, and said, this is an Xbox. What a great way to dilute your product, by putting stickers on every different product in the world and saying this is an Xbox. So when people look at what an Xbox is, what the fuck even is an Xbox at this point? Is it a One? Is it the One S? Is it the One X? Is it the Series S? Is it the Series X? Is it going to be the new handheld version that they're releasing in a couple years? Is it a laptop? Is it a streaming device? What the fuck is an Xbox? Microsoft has no idea how to market their shit. Apple, on the other hand, yeah, very clear what this shit is, and they have it in price. All the prices go up consistently, so you know exactly what you're getting and what level you are. It's insane. Like, I couldn't believe, like, Apple. If Microsoft wants to boost their shit, bro, get Apple in quick. I'm telling you, get Apple in quick. They will get your shit sold. They will get that shit sold, bro. But I'm always worried about that. What happens if Apple buys the Xbox? Let's say if Microsoft gives up on Xbox and says we can't afford Xbox anymore. It's making us too much of a loss, and they got rid of it. Who would buy it? Imagine if Apple bought Xbox, bro. That is terrifying to me, because I know for a fact that Apple would turn that shit around so quick. Like, people would be they would have the most gimmicky shit. They'd stick a dynamic island on the front of the Xbox and be like, here you go, here's a dynamic island. It changes shape when you're playing games or some shit, and it tells you what fucking temperature it is in the house. And I guarantee people will be like, they'll be sitting outside the fucking Apple store waiting to buy the brand new Apple Xbox. 100%, bro. They'd be out there waiting for that shit. It would be insane. There'd be people fucking murdering each other to get that shit on in their house. Oh my days, man. Kind of hope it happens. Actually, it'd be hilarious. It'll be kind of funny actually if they did that. But yeah, no, it's crazy. So I'm actually, I kind of want them to do that actually, because it'd be fucking hilarious. But at the same time, as a PlayStation user, I'm terrified because that shit would actually hurt a PlayStation. Like, it would definitely hurt PlayStation. Like, as a PlayStation user, I'm like, look, there's no way Xbox is going to compete at the moment. There's no way. Let's be honest. Xbox is never going to compete with PlayStation ever again. Like, that's just reality at this point. You know, Microsoft has done immeasurable damage to the Xbox brand, but if there's anyone who could fix that, it'd be Apple. It'd be Apple, like 100%. 100%. They would come up with the most gimmicky shit and sell it. And people would be dying to get it. People would be murdering each other to get it. So I do actually kind of hope it happens, just to see what would happen. Like, just to see the craziness. But at the same time, I'm like, as a PlayStation fan, no, please. Please, no. Not that... I don't think that Microsoft will sell Xbox. Not at the moment, anyway. Xbox would have to do really... I mean, it's doing really bad at the moment, but they would have to, like, lose any sort of profit from it, any sort of, like, money-making from it for them to get rid of it. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible in the next 10 years. It depends how the next gen goes. If the next gen is a complete flop, like the Series is... I wouldn't say the Series is a flop, it's just not good. It's just not a good selling product. But if the next Xbox just flops... I could see Microsoft selling the Xbox. I could really see them dropping it, and who would buy it, who knows. But Apple, I know Apple's been kind of rumored to be looking at going into gaming at some point, and I know they did that really weird Apple Arcade shit, which actually has come up with some really cool games. The Sonic game they did for that is actually really cool, but I don't know. I mean, who else would buy it? Who else would have the money to buy Xbox? You know, this is an interesting option. This is an interesting perspective, and this is one I fear. I could see someone like Elon Musk trying to buy an Xbox if Microsoft tries selling Xbox in the future. I could see someone like Elon Musk trying to buy it, because 100%, what's the better way to get access to young men, right? Gaming. I could see Elon doing that. I hope not, but I can see it. So I'd rather Microsoft own Xbox than fucking Elon Musk. I'd rather Apple own fucking Xbox than Elon Musk. At least with Apple, at least you know what you're getting with Apple. But who knows what will happen. They should sell an Xbox in America, nobody buys outside. It depends on the region. It's very popular in America, it's very popular in the UK. But outside of that, it does drop. So the UK and America is like the two places that Xbox really sells. Outside of that, it drops significantly. I believe some places of the world now, it's completely dead. Like Saudi Arabia, I believe, is basically stopping selling it at this point. I know Microsoft basically denied it. They said, no, we're not stopping selling in Saudi Arabia. But from what I've seen and from what seems to be happening over there, they've basically just abandoned it in Saudi Arabia. And other countries around the Middle East. Because the Middle East, Xbox is not selling in the Middle East. It's basically PlayStation. So it will be interesting to see. All this stems because of Don Matrix, or Don Matrick, or whatever her name is, the guy who flopped Xbox so bad in back in 2013. I still can't believe he said what he said. He's like, if you don't like Xbox, if you don't have an internet connection, buy our other Xbox product, the Xbox 360. Like, how does that sound good, by the way? Like, you say to people who want to buy, you know, all your fans who want to buy your new product, yeah, if you don't have an internet connection or you haven't got a good one, buy Xbox 360. Or previous product that you've probably already owned and probably owned for years. Buy that product. It's like, well, okay, thanks, I guess. So that would never not be funny to me how bad of a marketer he was. And to be fair, that's the exact same issue Microsoft has in general, because Phil Spencer's no better at the moment. Like, Phil Spencer has been so bad with the Xbox marketing. You know, the whole will Microsoft release games on PlayStation or not, kind of thing. You know, back and forth. There was a lot of back and forth over the like past few years about will it come to PlayStation? Will it not? And then eventually we got confirmation that you know, they're bringing Sea of Thieves to PlayStation and a few other games. And then now there's a lot of like back and forth. Is Halo coming to PlayStation? Yes or no? And a lot of the leakers are saying yes. You know, Halo is coming to PlayStation in the future, and same with Gears and all that. But Microsoft won't just open up about it and be like, yes, we are definitely, you know, we are definitely releasing that shit. What the fuck? Bro, how the fuck do I do that? Wait, so oh, you just get, wait, you just get in it? Oh, it's in the trunk. I was reading it as the fucking truck. I was like, what the fuck's going on? That's what I get for not reading properly. That would've been funny though, trying to get in that. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god, what is going on over here, lad? Microsoft heard me. Fuck me. Microsoft heard me talking about Halo on Xbox, on PlayStation. Nice. But yeah, that would be interesting to see if what will happen with Halo on PlayStation, if it actually does happen. But the rumors are it's going to happen. That'll be kind of the sign of it when I see that. Is like, that's when I know. That's when I know they've basically given up on the Xbox brand.
When simple decisions don't freak you out so much.
I believe they've also confirmed that the handheld is now coming. Like, they are doing the handheld. That would be cool. So if you like Steam Deck, Xbox handheld. Although I'll tell you this, yeah, thinking about it, who would be the best if Microsoft wants to kind of redesign themselves around handhelds, or at least have more handhelds and stuff? Apple probably would be the best company to buy Xbox, because Apple has a really good set of processors for handhelds. You know, their MacBook, you know, the M series processors, they're really good. Like, they could design a really decent handheld, to be honest with you. Like, an Xbox handheld made under Apple would be insane. Maybe Apple should buy Xbox. But to be honest with you, I don't think they like the name. I don't see Apple keeping the name Xbox. Maybe Apple Box. That sounds more like Apple. The A box. Oh my god, no way. That would be it. The fucking A box, the Apple box. Nah, the A box. Buy our brand new A box Max. The A box 17 Max. New A boxes every year. Fuck releasing a new console every like 7 years. Just release one every year. Speaking of which, has anyone actually bought the PS5 Pro? Like here, like I don't know anyone who's bought one except for one person who said they were buying one. I don't know anyone else who bought the PS5 Pro. And it's easy to buy. Like I could buy it right now if I wanted to. Like it's not out of stock or anything. It's so like, is anyone actually buying this shit? I've heard it's not that good though in some cases. You know, like a lot of the games that ran like shit on the PS5, they run like shit on the PS5 Pro, and the reason for this is that the developers have upped all the graphics options on them. Like on the, you know, like Star Wars Jedi Survivor or whatever it's called. Apparently that doesn't run very well on the PlayStation 5. So loads of people are like, well, on the PS5 Pro, we can run it in fidelity mode at 60 FPS, right? No, what they did is they fuck you. They apparently the developers increased the graphics on it, so it means that the PS5 Pro version runs just as bad as the PS5 standard version. So what's the point? And a lot of companies have done the same thing, where like Sony's original pitch was that, oh well, you can play fidelity mode, like 4K mode on but at 60 FPS, right? Well, no, the PS5 Pro a lot of times can't do that, because what happens is the developers replace the original graphics settings with the new ones. So if you want to play like Spider-Man, for example, you can't play it in the original fidelity mode. You have to play the PS5 Pro version, which is actually which means it has more like it has better ray tracing, but it runs at 30. So I was like, bro, what's the fucking point of this thing then? Like, why would anyone buy this shit if it doesn't even let you play the original versions at the original, you know, but with like 4K 60? Like, why would you spend all that money to buy something that you end up having to play at 30 anyway? I don't know, man. I was like, that's crazy to me. What the fuck was Sony thinking with the PS5 Pro? But I don't know anyone who's bought one yet. Like, personally. The professional did an unboxing. Why the fuck did he do an unboxing? I'm surprised he even would want to do that. How many times did he criticize Rockstar in that video? Like, did he manage to get at least one in? I hope he did. I hope he got at least one in. He better got at least one jab in about GTA 5 and at least 2 jabs in about Red Dead being killed. Alright, no worries, Dean. Have a good one. Enjoy your sleep, bro. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Yeah, I hope he got at least one jab in on Rockstar. That'd be good. He switched from attacking Rockstar to attacking GTA 6 clickbait dons. It'll be interesting to see his switch when next year he's all for backing GTA 6. I can't wait. Because he hated like Rockstar. Didn't he say he wasn't going to play GTA 6 at one point or some shit? Or he wasn't going to like it or whatever? Because of how bad Rockstar is. He's not even excited for GTA 6. I swear he said that at one point. I hate Rockstar times 2, but hey, I'm not going to ever not want to play GTA 6. He's backing them now. Good shit. Good to see that he turned it around. He turned it around even a year before GTA even came out. That's impressive. I thought he was going to wait until the last month. I was expecting him to wait until at least a week before and be like, fuck Rockstar, I'm not buying GTA 6. And then on like GTA 6's release day, he's got it and he's like, yeah, I'm playing GTA 6. It's the best game ever. I was expecting that. I'm quite disappointed actually that he didn't wait that long. He could have made a lot more money that way. He could have waited until like the last day even and said, oh, I'm fuck buying GTA 6. I'm not buying that. He could have made so much money from people. That's sad, man. He fucked up on that one. If you're gonna do it, you gotta stick it out. You can't just like turn around like a year before and say, oh yeah, no, I love them now. You can't do that. You gotta wait until the last day. You literally gotta be on your Twitter or your X or whatever the fuck it's called, and you gotta be on there every minute, every hour, every minute before GTA 6 comes out, saying fuck Rockstar, I'm not buying GTA 6, and then like the last minute switch it around, like I never hated Rockstar. It was all just a ploy. I actually love Rockstar. Because then you get both the group that hates Rockstar and then you also get the group that loves Rockstar at the same time, and that's the best way they make the money, I think. You have to play both sides. You can't just stick to one. You gotta be like, I hate Rockstar, but then you have to say, oh, also I love Rockstar. Rockstar's the worst, Rockstar's the best. Oh well. I mean, he might still have time to turn it around, to be fair. Like, let's be honest, he could turn it around one more time, I think. Like, let's say when trailer 2 comes out, he could watch it and be like, this shit, I don't like this. And, you know, he could do like a reaction video where he's like, this shit looks terrible. You know, look at this. This looks like a PS4 game, 2020 game, that kind of thing. Turn it around one more time. Get back on the side of the people who hate GTA 6 and Rockstar. And, you know, play the whole Red Dead card again. You know, maybe go and do some videos on Red Dead about how much Red Dead got betrayed. And then, like, play that off for a couple more months. And then switch it back to GTA 6. That's what I would do if I was trying to make money from it, but oh well. There's still potential. And also actually, that would be a good one. He could also do videos on how bad GTA 6 looks on the PS5 Pro. That's an also, you know, because once GTA 6 comes out, he can like really play it up, right? Be amazing, right? GTA 6 looks great, runs amazing, yada yada yada. And then 6 months later, when everyone forgets, he could then do a video saying it runs like shit and it looks awful. There's loads of opportunity to grift more, you know, viewers and shit for GTA 6. I hope he does. I hope he does. You know, why not? He can get that bag. And I also hope when GTA 6 is out, I hope like maybe about 4 months in, he puts out a video about how Red Dead was betrayed and how Red Dead Redemption 2 looks better. That's what I want. That's what I think he should do. Bro wasn't a grifter, he just crashed out about RDO. Nah, bro was grifting long before that. When he put his camera on, he started grifting. That was it. When he started putting a camera on and wearing a suit every stream, that was when he started grifting. Does he still wear a suit when he streams, by the way? Or does he like wear normal stuff now? I haven't watched him in like 2-3. I haven't seen him in like 2-3 years. Last time I saw him, he was having a meltdown about RDO. I hope he doesn't wear that suit anymore. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with wearing suits. I just don't think you should wear a suit when you're streaming a game. It's a bit odd. There's way better opportunities to wear a suit. Oh, so if he plays Hitman, he wears a suit. Alright, that's fine then. As long as he's just not wearing a suit every stream, that's fine. That'd be weird if he was. That's cool that he cosplays, though. Good for him. Get that bag. Isn't that what the youngers say these days? Get that bag? Usually used in conjunction with people selling their soul and basically ignoring all their old previous morals to get as most money as possible. That's usually when it's used with, isn't it? Get that bag, yo. Red Dead Redemption 2 does look good though, but GTA 6 will be way better looking, I hope so. I'd be disappointed if it looks worse. I mean, in some regards, I imagine GTA 6 will look worse. You know, there's obviously certain details Rockstar does better in Red Dead, because it's a more smaller scope, but I would hope in general it looks better. I want some damn clouds, man. It's so annoying playing this game and there's no clouds. Like, the only clouds you fly through, there's none. You just fly up in the sky, and there's like no clouds. They're all above you. So we better have the volumetric. I have seen volumetric clouds on GTA 6's trailer, but let's hope they haven't been cut. That'd be so annoying. Hell, even San Andreas had volumetric clouds. Well, very basic ones, but still. They look good. Like, we can all say that, you know, San Andreas was one of the best experiences when you'd fly through those clouds and then crash into a tree, because the pop-in, it would only pop up at the last second, and you'd fly into it and die. That was good. We'll have height now, first time in Rockstar history. The question is, will there be height online? Or will it just be everyone the same height again? Because, you know, like, Red Dead Online didn't have the beard growing, and it didn't also have the... well, it did have weight, but it was very basic. And the beard growing was all cut. All the facial hair and hair growing was cut, wasn't it, on online? So who's to say that online on GTA 6 will even have height? It might just be, oh, everyone's the same height again. They might even cut weight for all we know. It'll be interesting to see if they did it online, because yeah, that would be a strategic advantage if you're shorter online. But to be honest with you, you could also argue that GTA Online isn't supposed to be a PvP game. But then I know all the tryhards will do it. I wonder if JB would have a short character, because JB used to love being like a tryhard. So I don't think he really calls himself a tryhard anymore. But I remember he used to love calling himself tryhard. So could you imagine JB with like the shortest character possible? Like he's like the mini Wolverine, you know, the short Wolverine in Deadpool versus Wolverine. He's like that one. That's what JB gonna be dressed. He's gonna be walking around like the shortest guy possible. He's gonna be walking around like a stick figure, the thinnest, shortest guy. Oh my god, I actually hope they do have height online now. That would be fucking hilarious. Like we go online, we all meet, you know, like I can see it now. We meet up, yeah, and everyone's like got normal looking characters, and then JB's just got the shortest, sickliest looking motherfucker in the world. And we're like, JB, why are you looking like that? And he's like, try hard. That would be great. I would love that so much. We'll get like a group picture and fucking JB's standing in the side of it, like shorter than, like he's like less than half the rest of us in terms of height. Oh, that would be great. That would be amazing, honestly. That would be so fucking hilarious to me. Bro's looking like he's dying. Oh, that would be great. Now, genuinely, if that happens, I'll love GTA 6 even more than before. That would be the best thing that could happen. Mr. JB looking like the actual Wolverine height. That would be great. Or you looked over at me, you cheeky bastard, didn't you? I hate when they do that. I hate when they look over you. I bet it's going to be tequila, right? I know it's going to be tequila because for some reason Rockstar hates money in this game now. And I've been doing heists too often, so they're going to definitely give me tequila. No, I actually really hope for that in GTA. I would love to have height. Maybe what they could do is give you height, and then like when you play PvP modes, it makes you all the same height to make it fairer. That could be a good way of compromising it, where when you're playing like online standard free roam, it all takes into account your height, but then when you go into like PvP modes, it's like, oh, everyone's the same height, everyone's like 6 foot. I know that'll look a bit weird though on some people's characters. Like, could you imagine some Donnie has like the most like muscular character, like huge, massive guy, like 6'10", and you go into a PvP game and he's like really, really OP size but really short. Like Rockstar makes everyone the same height, or maybe they make everyone like 5'8" or something in the PvP mode. The proportions would all be off. That'd be great. Get the fuck up the stairs. I love how they haven't fixed that, and after how many years now? 4 years, they haven't made that a little bit bigger for people in first person mode. Oh, bro, is it on the top? No, I'm excited for that, though. I'm really excited just to see JB. Like, I honestly, one of the best memories I have is playing with JB back in the day when he would just doing what are they called, RPGs versus Insurgent stuff with JB. Like that, those are some of my best memories. So I'm just excited to see JB back on GTA. Six to that one. No. Yes, actually, yes. Yes. Okay, we worked out. I had like a moment where I was like, shit. I had a moment where I was like, shit, this isn't working.
Check the vault. Basement level.
Oh, GTA 6, bro. Come soon, please. I need something good in my life. I need something good. Well, I've got loads of good, but I need more good. I need GTA 6. It's one. Well, in gaming especially, because the gaming life is so dead now. Like, there's just nothing to really play. There really is nothing to play at the moment. So I need something good. GTA, ideally.
I will mark on planning screen. Okay, position locked.
I'm fine with what's it called? Like Fortnite's getting the next chapter soon, so that's good. But I need something else. Like Fortnite Chapter 6 can be fun, but it's not going to be enough. You know what I mean? Like a whole year of Fortnite Chapter 6 is going to be a bit old by the end of it. Sort of like GTA 5, where not GTA 5, but Fortnite Chapter 5. Oh, that's weird. Fortnite Chapter 6 is going to be out when GTA 6 comes out. That's crazy. That's crazy. Next year's the year of the 6. But I hope that we get... I hope Chapter 6 is good. Like, I need a good chapter, but I'm also hoping that GTA 6 won't be... I hope they don't delay it. I don't think they will, but that's all right. I don't think they'll delay it, but you just never know with Rockstar, do you? We just never know with Rockstar. They might pull out and be like, yeah, fuck you guys, we're gonna wait.
Except Russian, I think. They're perfect payday. Getting through the case will be a
If they delay it, I swear to God, if in fucking May they announce they're waiting until a year, like another year, oh my God. No, imagine if Trailer 2 ends with 2026 on it. No. No, imagine, like, Trailer 2 comes out next week, right? And then it's got fucking 2026 at the end of it. No. No, I can't. I can't. Please. They can't do this to us. They can't do this to us. They can't. Surely they wouldn't. Surely they wouldn't leave us on that. Alright, so there's coke and there's money. Alright, cool. Coke and money. Coke and money. Oh, boy. I don't think it will happen. I think it'll still be 25, but... Wouldn't it be funny, though? Wouldn't it be funny if it was 26? They might get attacked at Rockstar HQ. Maybe that Donnie who was on Twitter back in the day was going to say that... Like, there was... Remember that guy who I saw on Twitter who was, like, talking about how they should fucking carpet bomb Rockstar HQ or some shit? Like, could you imagine that, Donnie? He's going to be pissed. But then again, though, he was in support of Red Dead, so maybe he'll be glad GTA's not coming out. But, like, good. Bring Red Dead Redemption 3 out. Alright, so coke and cash, that's good, but we need one more. We need one more, please, in here. Oh, yes, you beauty. Oh, yes, you beauty. 2 coke? A coke there and a coke. Oh, bro, that is what I wanted to see. Oh, yes, let's get out of here. Where are you? There you are. Beep, 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 beep. Get the fuck out of there. 2026, baby. GTA 6, 2026. Let's go. Lit and hype. I'm all for it.
Remember, the guards think you are nothing but...
You might as well, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck 2026. Let's wait till 2027. Let's wait until the next gen of consoles before we release GTA 6. Let's just keep GTA 5 for the next 3 to 4 years. That's what I'm saying. I think we should keep GTA 5 for the next 3 to 4 years. We don't need GTA 6. We don't need GTA 6. We've got Cayo Perico. We got... Cayo Perico. And we've got Cayo Perico, so that's all we need. We don't need anything else. Fuck GTA 6. GTA 5 is the best GTA game I've ever played. I love this game. Wouldn't mind if they did a PS5 version RDR2, GTA 4 remaster, GTA 5 updates every 4 months. Nah, we don't need updates. We don't need content. We just need more Cayo Perico. Look, I don't know if this is controversial. So please, obviously, you know, tell me if this is controversial. But I think GTA 6 should be delayed until PS6. And I think that Cayo Perico should be nerfed so that the money is max of £350,000 or dollars. I don't know if that's controversial, but that's what I believe. I also think Rockstar should dump Red Dead and never do Red Dead again. Also, they should get Grove Street Games to come back and re-release GTA 4. And they should change all the graphics to be like the trilogy, which look really good. Way better than GTA 4. That'd be great. That'd be insane. I'd love that. Is Strauss bribing you? Strauss doesn't have enough money to get me to do something like that. He has no hold over me. That's what... The only way you get me to say that is if I was in the next GTA DLC, the next GTA 5 DLC of that. Not the shitty one they're releasing this December. which I've also heard is actually the best DLC they've ever had. You should be there and buy everything. It's a great DLC. You do great jobs for Pavel. You do amazing jobs for the other Donnie. I can't remember his name. You know, the one that Michael used to talk to. You do amazing jobs. They are the best jobs that Rockstar's ever released. You go around, you collect stuff for them, and you drive it back to them, and you get paid. You get paid about maybe about $150,000, and your friends get paid about $50,000 for being the side bitches. It's a great DLC, best DLC they've ever released. Releasing December the... I need to just read this off the sheet they gave me. December the 17th. Yeah. Best DLC ever. You gotta be there. You gotta be there. It's the best DLC ever. Way better than Kai Perico. Way better than Casino. We don't talk about Casino here. Casino's a shit DLC. Worst DLC they ever released. It only has 3 different ways of doing it, you know. Who wants multiple ways to do a heist? That's terrible. We only want one way to do the heist. And we want it also not be a heist. We want it to be just a regular job, so that the only person who gets paid well is the actual, you know, main player. We don't want the side bitches getting paid. The side bitches only get paid the minimum amount we could give, so that they are they have an incentive to do their own ones, and then that way everyone does their own jobs, and they will hate it and get bored, and pay for shark cards. That's what we do it for. Also, bully, you know, all that shit. Bully, no, we don't want new bully. We don't want any new, you know, Rockstar games. Just GTA 5. That's the only game we want. It's just GTA 5. That's the only game we want. GTA 5. That's it. Nothing else. It's a great game. That's why I'm playing it all the time now. That's why I'm back. I don't know what I was thinking when I stopped playing GTA 5. I think I was just thinking the wrong way. I must have been on drugs or something. Because it's such a great game. I don't know why I stopped playing it.
Where would the American economy be without private military companies, huh? Who else would need fresh batches?
Oh, look at this. This is the best city as well. We don't need Vice City. We don't need that. This is the better city. Look at this. Look how many tall buildings there are. It's like 7 tall buildings. We don't need more than that. More? Who needs tall buildings? What do you do on them? You just stand on them? That's it. Nothing else. We don't need tall buildings. Short buildings are better. You know, that's just the truth of it. We don't need tall buildings like Vice City. Vice City's got way too many. Way too many. And all this water? No. This is enough water. We don't need water in our city. We just need a big blob of a city sitting at the edge. Alright, we don't need any more of that. We don't need more than 1 beach. Who needs more than 1 beach? 1 beach is enough. Who needs a big countryside? Well, all we need in our countryside is 1 single town at the top of the map where absolutely nothing happens, and they built a massive highway to go to this 1 single town. We don't need anything else. We don't need mobile towns. We don't need another city. We don't need any of that. We just need 1 single town at the top of the map, and maybe like a trailer park. Let's say a trailer park next to a big lake. That's all we need. We just need a trailer park next to a big lake, and 1 town in the north of the city where there's nothing else going on. That's it. Anything else is unnecessary. This guy's spitting only facts. Exactly. We only need that, nothing else. We need this is like perfection right here. 1 massive highway that goes up to the north, and that's it. Yeah, if only there was a game like that. Yeah. I also like wind turbines, so, you know, there needs to be a wind turbine farm, ideally within about, I don't know, let's say about a mile, maybe a mile and a half from the city. That's all we need. 1 singular prison that has no use in the actual game, is only ever used once in the online. A bunch of random dishes that just do nothing for the game. That's all we need. We don't need anything else. And a random fucking supermarket that's just sitting up in the middle of nowhere. What about a town very far north that has absolutely zero use? Yeah, exactly. That's all you need is a zero-use town. We don't need anything else there. Fuck any other reason to have a town. We don't need a town that you do anything in. All right, we just need a town that has zero use. That it's just there to make you feel better about it, I guess. Also, a bunch of farmland that again has no use. And a random shop in that farm, in that like little town near the farm. We don't need anything more than that, alright? I don't know why people are so greedy and they want a big city with, like, massive waterways and beach and all that other stuff. I don't know why anyone wants that, personally. I think that's silly. It's unnecessary. It just adds extra fucking waste to the game. We don't need that. Honestly... Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of a map that I think would be perfect for the next GTA game. I don't know, What do you guys think if we had a map like this for the next GTA game? What do you think? I think this would be great, personally. Like, this would be an ideal map. You know, it looks like Homer Simpson with the little nose and the bald head, and yeah, it looks great. So this is and the little brain. This is perfect. I think this should be the next GTA map, personally. I think it's perfect. No one has ever complained about this map, or what you know. No one would ever complain about this map because this map looks perfect. Yeah, it looks perfect. It's just amazing. Look at it. It's great. You got a random oil refinery. You got yourself a government testing agency area thing, whatever. A little town. You got a military base, even. I say naval, Air Force base. You got one singular airport. One singular airport and this thing here, whatever this is. And then I love how you fuck having mobile airports so you can land jumbo jets and shit. You just need one big airport, and all the other airports can just be tiny little things where you can't land anything bigger than a dodo plane because it's so small. Who needs anything more than that? Who needs anything more than that? Also, I do love this one large mountain we have with nothing on it. The highway's your runway. Actually is. I wish that the highways didn't have massive telephone poles and shit along them all the time. It would actually be cool if you could land on them, but you blow up in one shot half the time. I wonder if that will be something in GTA 6. Fuck having vehicles in GTA 6 that don't just explode instantly. I like my helicopters and my planes to explode instantly every single time. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Fuck's sake, I'm gonna die. This motherfucker's gonna see me. Oh my days! Oh my days, what am I doing? There we go. I don't know why, but first person mode manual aiming is way less smooth than third person. Or maybe that's my fault. Maybe I changed the setting. I don't know. Oh, this thing. Yeah, I like this thing. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful for this. GTA... Who needs GTA 6 when we can have GTA 5? You know what I hope, yeah? Imagine this, yeah? Rockstar releases a trailer, let's say next week, right? And it says coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X 2025, and it starts, right? And it's got Michael, Trevor, and Franklin in it. What would you say about that? And at the end of it, it says GTA 5 remake or remaster. Because, you know, technically this GTA 5 wasn't actually a remaster. This was just a enhanced edition, but a proper GTA 5 remaster. Coming 2025. Trevor, Michael, and Franklin at the end. I think that would be a great hit, to be honest with you. I think that's guaranteed to sell perhaps even more billions. And ideally, I would like it to be $70, ideally. Anything less than $70 is not enough for a game of that quality. Yeah, that's exactly it, Joe. Exactly. If it starts with that, and then we lit. If it starts with why did I move here? If it doesn't start with why did I move here, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. If it starts with anything else, if it starts off with a guy called Jason or a girl called Lucia, I don't want to see it. All right? If it doesn't start off with our guys, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin, I don't want to see it. That's the only one I want to see. I don't want to hear about anything but that. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear about Lucia ending up in prison. I don't want to hear about that. I only want to hear about Brad ending up in prison. All right, that's the only thing. I don't want to hear about Jason doing things to break out Lucia or whatever. I want to hear about Trevor doing things to break out Brad. Alright? That's all I want. That's all I want to ever see. Because I think, you know, we all have the same... We all wonder the same thing, right? We all want to know about the story of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. We all want to know what happens to them. Like, what is the relation with Trevor and Michael? Like, that has never been answered. You know, how does Franklin get caught up with these two? We've never been answered. We've never seen this. We've never seen any of that. I want to know why Michael stops being Michael Townley and becomes Michael DeSanta. We've never seen that story. You know, we've never seen that story before. So I want to see it. I want to know. I want to understand. Why did this happen? What happened to Brad? Why did Michael become Michael DeSanta? Why did Franklin join Michael and Trevor? I want to know. We need to know the answers to all of this. So if we get a trailer that doesn't have Michael, Franklin, and Trevor in it, I'm not for it. It's not going to be a buy. I'm sorry, but it's not going to be a purchase if it isn't this. And ideally, it would have footage from the previous version of the, you know, it wouldn't have footage of of the actual remake or remaster. It would have footage of the PS4 version, ideally. That would be even better. Actually, fuck that. Let's even better if we had the footage of the PS3 version of it. That would be the best footage to have. I want it to be authentic. So it has to have the PS3 footage. Otherwise, again, it's not really worth it. No, I'm hyped. GTA 5, let's go.
Well, judging from the shouting men in the background, you have been detected. A different kind of practice then.
Oh. What is with Rockstar not letting you kill people now? It's really weird, isn't it? How they're like, oh, you can't kill innocent people anymore. This is the same company that made the games about murdering prostitutes in GTA 3 to get your money back. But they're like, no, you can't kill people anymore. Innocent people must not die. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, Julian. Damn, I'm on like 1 health.
Did you find it yet? Bring it to me and I will keep it safe.
But no, honestly though, I'm super hyped to have Pavel come back for the next DLC, you know? It'll be great to listen to him never finish stories again. I don't want to, I don't ever want to, fucking hell. I don't ever want to know the ending of any of Pavel's stories. I prefer not knowing. I think it's more fun when we sit there and we wonder about it. You know, it's really good. It's a really great experience to question. Like, every time he starts a story, you just know you're never going to hear the end of it. It's great. What did you say? What did you say, sir? Oh, missed that shot. Oh, I missed that shot too. I'm a fuck up, apparently. Come on. Blind fire. Yeah. Pavel's dead for you. Nah, bro, I hope you're excited for it. Wait, I didn't get the thing. Fuck. I hope you're excited for it, bro, because I'm going to be playing those DLC missions. I hope you understand this. Because we're back. We're going to be grinding now for another... probably another 200 days or so. Every day, Cayo Perico. That's it for me now. Cayo Perico and businesses every day for the next, like, 200 days. Nah, it won't be 200. From what my calculation is, it's going to take me about 100 to 120 days for me to get to 1.5 billion. And that's my goal, is 1.5 billion. So it's going to take me about 100, 120 days. So I hope you're excited for that. 100 to 120 streams of me doing Cayo Perico. Oh, shit! Oh, I almost crashed. I genuinely thought we were going to crash on that then. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you're excited for that one. I'm going to delete every other game on my PlayStation. Only GTA 5 from now on. This is 2018 to 2022 all over again. GTA 5 every day and only GTA 5. Nothing else. Oh, my celebrities agency is fucked. Ah, I gotta go. I don't want to go over there though. That's a lot of work. Flying all the way to my agency? Are you kidding me? Hell no. We're not doing that. Is it GTA Plus that lets you, like, collect money now or something? Oh, you can claim fucking money from your business using GTA Plus? Oh, that's pay to win right there. That's pay to win, bro. That is mad pay to win. You have to pay real money to collect your business shit without having to fly to it? Nah. That's fucked. Right, how do I buy GTA Plus? Nah, I'm joking. I wouldn't buy it. Fuck that. You think it's time to part ways? Can't deal with Cayo Perico every day. Nah, you're gonna be even worse off, Joe. If I start doing longer streams, I'm gonna do Cayo Perico twice a day. If I start doing 6-hour streams, it's over. It's a wrap. Cayo Perico twice a day, every day. That's it. Do you think I could hit, like, 2 billion? Yeah? I think I could hit 2 billion. Cayo Perico twice a day? Let's fucking go. It takes me about an hour to do Cayo Perico if I'm actually, like, playing seriously. So yeah, easy, twice a day. I guess the cooldown's the worst part, right? But I think you can skip that. Oh, twice a day for the rest of, like, next year? That would be great. Oh, I know what to do. Play GTA 5 until they re-release GTA 5 again. As a form of protest. I don't want to see GTA 6. I only want to see GTA 5 re-release. I don't want to see anything less. First game I want to buy on my PS6 is GTA 5. No, but do you think they're going to do that with GTA 6 as well? I think they will. I have a feeling we're going to get like 4 versions of GTA 6. I mean, they're obviously going to do the Xbox and PS5 versions. That's the original version. I think they'll obviously do a PC version. So that's the second one. I think they'll do a Switch 2 version. I know that I'm not guaranteed on that one, but I have a feeling they might. So that would be another version. That's like a third or fourth version, depending how you count it. I think they'll do a PS6 and Xbox fucking whatever the fuck it's called version. Whoa, 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 whoa. My days. And if the game lasts long enough, they could do a PS7 and Xbox, whatever the fuck that's called, version. So we could get a lot of versions of GTA 6 if we're lucky.
Bend over, here it comes! We're receiving fire!
And ideally, I hope they don't add anything to each version. I hope each version is the exact same. No single player DLC. We don't want single player DLC here. We only want multiplayer DLC, and ideally, we want the multiplayer DLC to be maybe about 2 hours worth of content ideally every 6 months.
This shooting sounds very encouraging. You have the plasma cutter? Just get it back here and watch your back.
And ideally, we want all the content to be aimed to low levels. We don't want high level content here. We don't want content that actually makes it hard for you. You know, we want content that's as easy as anything, ideally. I mean, who here actually wants proper single-player content for GTA? Like, who would ever want that? Who would ever want to have another Battle of the Gay Tony or Lost and Damned ever again? Who would ever want that? That's terrible. I want another Bounties DLC. You know, that's what I want. I want Bounties. I also like the... What was... You know, let me give a quick rundown of my favorite DLCs for this game. Let me have a look, because I need to look up the list, because that's how many DLCs there are. Not enough DLCs, in my opinion, but I got to look them up, just because, yeah. But really, we need more. We need, like, 20 more. So, my favorite DLCs, Bottom Dollar Bounties. Number 1, love that DLC. It's a fucking amazing DLC. You go around, you know, collecting bounties. You get paid, like, 100 grand once a day for collecting bounties. And you get to listen to Jeanette talking over and over again. Absolutely amazing. I also really love the GTA San Andreas Mercenaries update. I thought that was really good content. You know, lots of great, amazing missions. Really, really fun missions. Great payout. Really, really fun. I also like the Chop Shop DLC. I really enjoyed hearing Yusuf Amir's cousin. Benny, or whatever he's called. Love him. He's great. I'd say, actually, you know what? My favorite DLC actually is not Bounties. Sorry, that was my bad. My favorite DLC is the Los Santos Drug Wars, because I love Dax. You know, I love him. I love the what was her name? The wrestler lady. I like her. She's cool. I like all of them, to be honest with you. I love kind of getting involved in the drug empire side, or the weird drug side of Los Santos. It was a great eye opener to, you know, another side of the city and the countryside we never knew. So I really like that DLC. That's probably my favorite DLC of all time. But I'd say also Criminal Enterprises was also pretty fun. You know, the ones where you do missions in the IAA. That was also really, really good DLC. I would actually like them to do a second part of that, so we can do more random missions for the IAA. That would be really, really fun. No, we don't like Contract. We don't like Cayo Perico. We don't like you know, Casino. Who wants Casino? Fuck Casino, bro. That's so boring. We don't want Casino, bro. No, we don't want that. Los Santos Summer Special. That was also a really fun one. That was amazing content. Lots of great, long, difficult missions. What else did we get? That was... No, home... Nah. Who cares about Doomsday, man? Boring. We don't care about Doomsday here. The Be My Valentine DLC, also top-notch. Top-notch DLC right there. Original Heist? No, we don't care about that. That's also boring. Ill-Gotten Gains 1 and 2. We deserved another 2 of those. We needed 4 parts of that one. That was a really detailed, in-depth DLC with lots of content. Yeah, that's what I want. I want stuff like that. You know? I don't want Heist DLC. Heist DLC is boring. We don't need heists. You know, personally, I prefer DLC where we just do random odd missions and get paid like 30 grand a mission. So I'm looking forward to this new DLC. Fingerprint cloner. Isn't that one? Oh, that's in the big building, isn't it? Or one of the, oh no, it's in the warehouse. Is it? Well, it can be. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's like it can be that, can't it? Yeah, you can tell I don't play Cayo Perico much anymore because I don't remember all the ways it can be. But yeah, I think so. But it's the best way they make money at the moment. That's why I think it should be nerfed to 350. No, that should be quite a funny day, actually, if Rockstar did that. Could you imagine Rockstar nerfs Cayo Perico to 350? Could you imagine the outrage people would have online? Oh, my days. I can only imagine how angry the professional would be after that one. He'd be back to hating on Rockstar after that one. Cayo Perico nerfed to 350? Diabolical, that would be truly diabolical. I'm going to suggest that to them, actually. I'm going to write them a suggestion later tonight and say, lower Cayo Perico to 350. Because, you know, they have that feedback form. Be like, yeah, please, lower Cayo Perico to 350, nothing more. No more than 350. And even that's quite high, to be honest with you. Whoa, 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 calm, calm, calm. Oh, fuck me! I just realized it as I walked into it. Ah, shit. That's fucked. Why 350? That's legit not worth doing, bro. We don't play heists for the money. We play heists for the experience. We play heists because we want to listen to Pavel. All right? We don't play heists to make money. We play heists to listen to Pavel. So actually 350 is too high. I would do the heist for free. I would do Cayo Perico day after day for free, just so I can listen to Pavel chatting away. All right? So yeah, I would, you know what? Let's lower, Cayo Perico should be a max of $100. Nothing more. $100 just to pay for the parking bill, nothing more. All right? Casino's too high too. Cut casino 50,000 max. All right? Cut original heists $25. Doomsday heists, you have to pay. You don't get paid, you pay. You pay to save the world. Nothing else, bro. That's the only way I accept it, Rockstar. That's the only thing I accept. That's all. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we need to have fuel gauges. So we should be paying for every time we use our helicopter from the submarine. We should be paying Pavel, all right? We should be paying Pavel to live on our boat with us, on our sub with us, and we should be paying him for everything we use, every milliliter of oil we use, of fuel that we use. We should be paying Pavel for, all right? It's the only way it's to be fair. We pay Pavel, okay? We should be begging Pavel to let us stay on his submarine. All right? We should be begging Pavel to love us and to take us in and keep us well fed. The IRS. Bro, it's just that I love Pavel so much, you know. Pavel's my favorite character in GTA Online. I love him. I've never been more happy in my life than when I met Pavel. The first thing I said when I saw Pavel in the first stream I had, I said, I love this man. He's my favorite character ever added to GTA Online. I will never hate this man. Did we buy the sub and let him live there rent-free? No, we pay him, bro. We should... I mean, to be honest with you, he's letting us stay in his sub. It's his sub. He came with it. It's his sub. That's his house. So why are we living there? It's like, you know when you go into some... You know when you buy a house, right, and the house is infested with cockroaches? We always just say, it's the cockroach's house, isn't it? It's not really your house. It's the cockroach's house. You know, that's the reality of it. You live there, but you don't own it. They own it. So it's the same thing with Pavel. We may live there, we may exist there, but it's his house. We don't own it. We just exist in his house, in his area, his presence. And that's the way it should be, because it's Pavel deserves everything. He deserves all the love, all the support, because he's such a great man. You know, he tells us amazing stories for free. I mean, look at that fucking physique. Look at that. Oh my god, Pavel. Look at that. Oh, damn. Pavel, that is, look at that. That is a prime specimen of a man right there. Look at that trim. That is the next level trim. That's 2025 trim right there. And then look at that physique. Look at that fashion. That right there. Brother is the perfect man. I think we can all agree to this. I think everyone here will agree that Pavel is the perfect man, the perfect male specimen of the world. We should all aim to be like Pavel. I think we should. Honestly, I think we all need to be like him. Every single one of us. You know, forget the JB disciples. It should be Pavel's disciples. JB needs to be pushed aside and replaced by Pavel. That's just a controversial view of me, but I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I think, because Pavel's just perfect. Get the fuck out of that. Bro's legit a rat in human form. No, you can't say that about Pavel. Pavel's amazing. If I held a poll right now, every single person here would say that Pavel is amazing. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. 100%. 100%. Watch this. Watch this, watch this. I mean, look. 100%. Joe, 100% people on the Discord say that Pavel is perfect human specimen. 100%. 100%. There's no question about it. I'm a stain on JB's his legacy. Poor JB, bro. JB's gonna come back later and he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Why is everyone like, why is everyone fucking loving Pavel, not me? Poor JB. That's a question Kasiga should ask. JB or Pavel? That's a difficult question to answer. Because, like, no one beats Pavel. I love Pavel so much, I've stopped paying attention to him, so I know it off by heart. Not in my head, but in my heart. I think, you know what? I know what perfection would be. What about this? What about this, yeah? What about if Pavel made his own version of KSI's song? What do you think? I think that would be perfect. I think that would be like a dream come true, if you ask me. Like KSI's song, an amazing song like KSI's song, but with Pavel's lyrics and his voice. I think that's just perfection right there. I don't think there's anything better than that. Why the communism is this poll? Well, there's only one answer. There's only one answer when it comes to Pavel, is that everyone loves him. There's no other question. No other answer even. It's a slow little swim, that. Remember when we used to wear scuba gear all the time? Me and Rebecca used to always wear scuba gear. Knock knock. Nope, he's alright. He's alive, it's fine. It's alright, it's fine. We didn't kill him. Oh! He fucking killed me though. Jesus Christ, bro. That was personal. That was a proper personal shot. He waited for me to go around that corner. Boom. That's a COD camper right there. You think your character's still rocking the scuba suit? Shit's meta. It is, isn't it? Like, the scuba outfit is insane. So, also, I love the way that the characters just float. Yeah. Oh my days, bro. What are you saying? No, no, no. Come back, come back. Come back. Wait, there you are. What you gotta say? Oh yeah, I forgot there's fish and shit now, aren't there? It's a lovely picture, that. That's gonna go as my lock screen background. Alright. Why are they shooting me already? How do they know where I am? I love that if you think about it, they're probably looking at me all the time. Like, their aim is always on me, because they know where I am. Their aimbot is insane. So just can you imagine all these like random people throughout the ship just looking at me as I'm moving along? That's rigged. No, don't throw a rung from me. Oh shit! Oh, I thought that was another guy there. Oh shit, there's another guy there. Fuck. Oh, it's over here again. It almost always is here, I feel. I gotta say 9 times out of 10 it's this one.
Well, there you are. You popped onto my sonar as soon as you took the scanner. Now, time to leave.
Oh, don't get stuck on that. Oh well. I feel I'm getting paid too much for this, you know? 1 point something million? Way too much. For such an amazing heist, such an amazing experience. I think I should be paying them for it. I wonder if we'll get submarines in GTA 6. Like, I wonder if they'll bring this back. Like, I know that we'll get yachts, right? So that's fun. But, like, I hope we get a submarine at some point. Even if it doesn't have weapons. I don't want it to have weapons. Although I do love the weapon. But I think that we should have it without a weapon. But it should be a lot more expensive, I feel. Like, what? How did we buy an old submarine for, like, 1 point something million quid? Like, that makes no sense to me. Alright, so we're doing approach, of course. We're doing drainage tunnel, of course. We're doing compound entry, of course. We're doing escape point, of course. And we're doing time of day, night, of course. None of that really matters, but, I mean, hey. Makes me feel better saying it, of course. One day I will probably give the Longfin approach a go, but I just don't care that much. I'll do it for my final ever Kayaprika heist. Alright, we will change the minimap because I'm still not 100% confident with the enemies, but once I get more confident I'll just leave it on big all the time. Oh, we love Kayaprika, don't we? It's kind of like ASMR in a way, you know, listen to him breathing. Oh yeah. Keep breathing. Alright, how well are we going to do this today? Is it going to be a good one or is it going to be a bad one? Oh, it was almost perfect. It was almost perfect, man. It's just on the last one, I just didn't push enough. Damn, that was good though. I'm getting better at that.
GPS trace acquired. I have your location. Once you are inside the compound, I will be able to see you on CCTV.
Not that it really matters. I mean, what, I saved maybe, what, 5 seconds? 5-10 seconds max? Like, it's not like it's going to change it very much, is it? But, I mean, hey, sometimes if you're a bit slow, you know, you can get close to the 15-minute mark if you're a bit slow. So, it's not the end of the world, actually. A couple seconds saved here and there could really change the game for you. We'll keep the gun out just in case I need it.
Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time.
Acaba de irse.
Alright, so it seems to be when I go up here, he doesn't go as far down. Like, he stops. He stops in the middle of the walkway. So if I go further back, he seems to stop closer to the edge. So I want him to do that. Yeah, that's more like it. I mean, I mean, you can still get by, but it's just, it makes me more nervous if he stops in the middle. It doesn't change it, but it does make me more nervous. Alright, there we go. Alright, please be like 80 grand. Please. 80 grand. Oh, 81? I'll take that. I'll take that. 81 grand, I'll take that. Alright.
Okay, the fingerprint scanner. Time to break out the tool we borrowed from the head of cybersecurity. Remember, it picks up fragments of previous scans. You just have to cycle through them to match the target print.
There we go. Ooh. Yeah, not bad. Not the best, not the worst. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll take it, baby.
Is that it? Bravo! Now into the...
See, this strategy is great. I don't know why I never tried this one before, but yeah, when they changed it, when I came back to doing this, I was like, oh, I need a better way of doing it because the killing people was just going to end up with me getting caught. But then I just tried doing it without killing anyone, and I realized you can literally just do it without killing anyone. How did I never try that before? So since then, I don't kill anyone in here. The only time I think you would need to is if you do 2-player, but or 2 or 3 or 4-player, of course. If you want to get the loot inside, that is. If you don't care about the loot inside and you just want to get the loot outside, it's not the big issue. But to be honest with you, if you're doing 4-player, you would probably struggle a lot more if you went and got loot outside because you wouldn't fill your bags. Not without a lot of driving about. At which point you'd be wasting so much time. But if you're playing 4-player, you can keep the enemies like busy quite easily. Out the way. Oh, gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. Ah, it's so easy. It's so easy. Ah. It's so easy, man. Like, ridiculously easy. Holy shit. People say it's hard now. Nah, it's easy as fuck. And to be honest with you, you could do that method from the beginning, I think. I don't think they ever changed it, so you could do that method from the beginning, not killing anyone. Now, on the other hand, yes. Since I did sub-entry, I don't have all the loot yet, so I can see why people might do the long fin setup instead. Because they can get the loot before they go in, but I don't know. I prefer doing it on the way out. But I can see the pros.
Well, he sounds irritated again.
This bit does scare me a bit, because it does sometimes mess up because of the accuracy on this gun's a bit lower than on the pistol, but that's alright. We still made it. Now we just have to wait for that fucking camera to go the other way. I don't think you can drive under the camera otherwise, but... As soon as you're about to leave, the car comes, so you have to wait away from the exit, otherwise the car will come. I think so, anyway. Again, you haven't got to destroy the camera, which is something that I never tried before. I always destroy the camera out of habit. But coming back to this heist after, like, 2 years of not doing it. 2-3 years of not actually doing it. I think I did it, like, maybe twice in those 2-3 years since 2020. Well, I guess almost 4 years now. Well, 2021, sorry. I guess it would be 3 years, yeah. Almost 4. But, yeah, I never tried it any other way, because it's, you know, it always worked the way I've been doing it. But now, yeah, 100%. You know, it gave me an opportunity to try something new, and it's been great. So we'll take Coke, and then we'll do Coke in the other one. I will go and kill him and take the Coke in that one as well. There's no point doing cash since there's 2 loads of Coke. I think it was Coke anyway. It might have been weed. I don't know. I think it was Coke, though. But I was kind of in a rush when I was looking. But we'll find out in about...
I remember I once ran mission at nuclear reactor. Everything went smoothly until we realized
Yeah, you didn't see anything.
a brick of plutonium. Very heavy. Take my advice. You need to run fast. Act light.
There's probably a quicker way of doing this, but I don't mind. I don't mind doing it like this. And since I'm staying in this area, I'll just do it like that. Kind of messed up on the first shot there. I wish it showed where the dead body was, like Red Dead, so you can kind of get an idea how close he is to seeing the dead body. Right, nice. It was indeed 2 loads of Coke. Ah, that's beautiful. Not bad, not bad. Alright, kill this one last guy and we're good. There we go, we're good.
They have their attack boats mobilized along the coast.
Kaya Perico. Easy peasy. Still easy. Even after all that time. Even after all the, you know, things they did to make it harder. Still. Really, really easy. I will not accept if someone says Kaya Perico is hard. I will not. I will not accept that anyone says it's hard, because it really is not. It's definitely a little bit more tricky than it was before. And there's definitely a few things you need to do to kind of, you know, if you're playing with multiple people, you need to make sure you watch out for new guard spawns. It also means you can't just leave bodies for a long time dead. You have to kind of plan who you're going to kill, because if you kill someone in the road, a car will eventually see it. But provided that you time it well and you have an idea of what you're doing, it's as easy as anything. The only thing is people need to think a bit before they do it, whereas before it was kind of like on autopilot. But I planned that out when I found out what the loot was and all that, and I'd already planned out that I was going to go to that other loot spot So I already knew that I needed to kill those people, and I knew that I had to do it quick because otherwise the car would come around. If you know you're going to be going to the airport at some point, yeah, you got to change who you kill and how you kill them, and where you kill them. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to plan a little bit. Not too shabby though. We'll take that. 10:10 again. That's roughly where I usually get it, about 10 minutes. Again, I used to do it in about, let's say, 7 to 8-ish, usually was my speed back in the day. 10 is a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit slower because you got to be a little bit more careful in some parts. But to be honest with you, 10 minutes solo, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's again, it's straightforward. You know, I've never really cared about being the quickest, as long as I get it done consistently, so, yeah. You know, Cayo Perico, pretty easy. Still pretty easy. Maybe they'll make it harder in 2025, who knows, but at the moment, still pretty easy. I will never accept anyone saying it's not. I will never accept people saying, no, it's not easy, because it is. Alright, that's another Cayo Perico out of the way. $1 million more in the bank. Again, not as nice as it used to be. Cayo Perico used to get, what, like 1.2, 1.3 on some of them? A little bit less nice, but it's still decent. You know, it's still decent money. 1 million, I don't know why people act like $1 million is terrible versus what, like 1.2 million is great, but 1 million is not. I don't know. To me, it feels like it's really good anyway. Like that 200 grand, you can make that easy from selling. You know, the time it takes you to do Cayo Perico, you're going to have sales. You're going to have goods. You know, you're going to have a bunker or maybe acid. So, yeah, pretty easy still. The only thing I will agree is that the timer, the cooldown is a bit ridiculously long now. But other than that, I think it's still a very good heist, very easy. But from how people were talking about it the last couple of years, when I've been like looking at GTA related content on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, people say, "Oh, Cayo Perico is really bad now. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the time. Rockstar's nerfed it too much. Rockstar's made it harder." And I'm like, bro, is it harder? No, a little bit harder, I suppose, if you take into account some of the enemies, but you know, the fact that you can't just leave bodies in the open anymore, I guess. But is it that much harder? Not really. Is it really that worth? Is it like not worth as much anymore? Yeah, it's a little bit of a lesser amount, but $1 million for about an hour's worth of work, because it took me about an hour to do that. So an hour's worth of work for $1 million. I don't know, like, I don't know if it's because I started playing the game back in 2013, but bro, I used to play for an hour and earn maybe 100 to 200 grand. And that was when I was good at it. Like, back when the game first came out, I used to play for hours to get that. You know, I'd be playing probably like 2 or 3 weeks to get $1 million. And people earn that now in about 1 hour's worth of work. I don't know, man. People are a bit crazy with their complaints of that. That's a very easy job. I mean, if anything, what I think is that they should up all the other heists. Because the other heists are all multiplayer, right? You have to, like, think about it. If you're able to do a heist multiplayer, that requires you to be able to work with other people. That should give you a lot more money than doing a heist on your own, in my opinion. But, hey, what do I know? I want GTA to be re-released for the 13th time. But, no, in all seriousness, I do think that people make out that it's way harder than it is for... It isn't that difficult. The actual build, the actual compound, you can do it all without killing anyone. Solo, anyway, you can do it entirely without killing anyone. The only thing that's maybe a little bit longer is you have to... Before, you could shoot someone, take the key, and then hack through one hack, and that was that. Now you've got to do 3... I mean, you can still do that, but I don't do that. I just go and do the 3 hacks. And I guess 4 if you do it hard mode. But it's not that bad in terms of time. It's only maybe another, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, depending on how good you are at the hacks. And then, you know, you can get out as easy. I guess the harder thing is I have to waste time going to kill the guy in the car, because before I would just shoot the people on the way out and that's it. But then obviously they changed it now so that they can see the car. The car can see dead bodies. So I guess you have to go and kill the car driver in the original. I mean, if you're doing the long fin version, I guess you could probably just leave, right? So that's even easier. You could just leave the area. But I don't know. I think it's still really ridiculously easy. 10 minutes, 10 seconds for someone who is not really done it a lot in 3 years. I don't know. I think that's still ridiculously easy for a heist. So I'm never gonna believe what other people say on that. I'm already at 9 mil for that. Nice. So I've done that. I've done. What have I done today? I've done some sales from. I did the sales. I did the bunker and I did the acid. I've done a time trial. I've done. Oh yeah, I need to go and get my money from this place. 250,000. Another easy amount of money. I suppose the worst thing Rockstar's done is they removed a lot of the AFK methods, you know, when you could go into like CCTV and stuff. Well, I have a new AFK method. I don't want to say it on streams. I don't want like for Rockstar to catch on at some point. I don't want it spreading around, but I have a new AFK method that works pretty much every time, and the best thing is you can do it anywhere you want. You can do it anywhere you want. You haven't got to just be in a bunker or something. So smart. How do you change the Kaya if you don't like the main loot? I don't actually know. I mean, you can probably try cancelling and then redoing it, but to be honest with you, the way that Rockstar does it now is that you get a lot more chance of getting tequila. Like, tequila's almost, like, I think that the more you do the heist, the more, like, the higher the chance of tequila is. So it's, you might find that if you reset it, you might end up wasting more time trying to switch it than just by doing it. That's what I found. So I just do it. I don't ever cancel it, because the time it takes to go back through and, like, check it, if just to get tequila again, it's not really worth it. Back in the day, there was like, it didn't change depending on how much you did it. It was just a chance, like a percentage. So I guess back then it wasn't that bad if you had to do it. You know, going through and cancelling it, you might get something better. But now, if you've done like 2 or 3 Cayo Pericos in a recent time, yeah, you're more likely to get tequila. I think I don't know exactly how much, but it does increase the chances of it. It also increases the chance of you getting bad side loot. I've noticed if you do lots of Cayo Pericos in a short time period, you're gonna get much more cash and stuff like that. So yeah, you need to take that into account now with resetting. You might not get as good of a stuff, but you still pretty much will make $1 million every heist, I find. I think the worst I got was 800, 900,000. So it wasn't the end of the world. But they've definitely gone around to reduce the likelihood of people, you know, resetting it. Which is surprising they didn't do that for Casino, because Casino, a lot of people just... Casino's easy to reset too, because it's a short one, but Cayo Perico's a long reset. Alright, what am I doing again? Oh yeah, time trial. Where is that? Where is it? Where even is it? Oh, I did it earlier. I did the other one, didn't I? Yeah, I did that time trial earlier. The bike one. Didn't even remember. But yeah, Cayo Perico's definitely it's definitely nerfed. I won't lie, it's definitely nerfed. It's definitely harder. But when I say harder, I mean it's slightly harder. But to be honest with you, it's still the best money-making scheme in the game. You would be hard-pressed to find a better way to make money, in my opinion, without glitching, of course. If you try to glitch, yeah, you could probably do Casino quick. You could probably make more money if you know, other heists and probably doing businesses, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Am I going to try to fit another one in tonight? Probably not, because I think it's like a 2-hour cooldown now, and it's quite late now. It's almost 1. So I don't think I'd be able to fit it in, unfortunately. If I had a longer stream, if I had started, like, say, 6 hours ago, yeah, I probably would have done 2, but with the cooldown that there is now, it's too long. That's the one thing I will say, the cooldown is ridiculous now. 2 hours or whatever it is just so long for a cooldown. I think it's that anyway. Let me have a look. Cayo Perico cooldown. Yeah, it's like, so basically it's a 3 in-game days. 3 in-game days, so that's what, 48 minutes by 3. So 144. Yeah, so what, like 2 hours and 20 something minutes? 2 hours and 24 minutes. That's how long the cooldown is. So, yeah, it's a long cooldown. I think there might be a way to get around the cooldown, but I've not looked it up. Because I've not really bothered, I don't really care that much, but I know that people probably have found a way to avoid it. So solo playthroughs of the Cayo Perico heist finale would now trigger a cooldown of 3 in-game days. Crazy. There is a way to do it, but you gotta do like the replay glitch where people keep the money. I don't really like that, to be honest with you. Well, then again, after skipping, oh, so you get, so I guess you, okay, so you've done the money, it's solo, and you get to keep the money, and you also get to reset the timer. I suppose you could do that, but I'm not really a fan of that. I prefer to play it more legit, I suppose you could say. So I've already done it anyway, so I couldn't do it now even if I wanted to. But yeah, I prefer to do it more legit. The 2 hours is just part of the cost of doing business, I suppose. That's all right. The thing is, though, you could do Cayo Perico, and then you could do contract. Thinking about it, you could do Cayo Perico, and that's just around $1 million, right? And contract's also about $1 million, isn't it? So you could do contract, you could do Cayo Perico, and then in a 3-hour cooldown, you could do contract. I think, well, 2 hour and 24. I think that's roughly. I mean, I don't know. Like I think contract is what, about an hour and a half, well, about 2 hours, isn't it? To do. Yeah, casino would be good if you had another person. But to be honest with you, if you have another person, you could just do 2-player Cayo, and then you don't get the cooldown. You only get the 2-hour cooldown or 2.5-hour cooldown if you do it solo. So if you're doing it with, if you have another person, you probably could just do Cayo Perico 1 each, like join up together, and then you kind of get, you know, half the money in a way, and then you could just keep doing Cayo Perico if you really wanted to. Yeah, so if you have another person, you could do Cayo Perico again. So that's probably the best way to do it if you're doing it 2 people. But then you have to then know where the spawns are, because in the compound they see the dead bodies now, which means that one person needs to stay upstairs in the compound when the other person goes to get the loot. Because if one person, because you'll need to kill people to get the 2 key cards, right? If you're gonna get loot inside the compound, which means that you're gonna have to kill people. So you're gonna need to know where to kill them, and then you're also gonna have to make sure you keep someone upstairs, because some of the new spawns will see, like some of the people you gotta kill are never safe. Like they have no safe zones. They will always be seen by the new people. So you're gonna have to keep someone upstairs. So that, I guess, is the trade-off if you do 2-player. Again, Rockstar made, for some reason, they made the 2-player one harder than just fixing the solo being too easy, but whatever. So the cooldown, the way the cooldown works is the cooldown is 2.5 hours if you do the finale solo. So if you play the finale solo, you cannot set up another heist, right? If you do it 2-player, like if you play someone else's one, I believe it only if you're playing it like with someone else, you only get a 48-minute cooldown, like the old cooldown. So if you host it and then you have someone else join you, you only get a 48-minute cooldown. But you can still join up. But as you can always join other people's heists. So if you could do it like that, you could have one person. You could both do the Cayo Perico setups. You do it and have that person join you, and then you could join them. And then after that, 48 minutes would have probably passed, and you can set up another one. So you could do back to back. You could probably do, if you had 2 people and you had maybe 6 hours, you could probably do about 5 to 6 heists in that time period, back to back, kind of, because you only ever have a max of a 48-minute cooldown. But if you're doing it solo, you get a 2.5-hour cooldown instead. So, That's the difference now. That's how they rectified it, is by giving solo people bigger cooldowns to kind of stop them from doing it solo. So you could, in theory, if you had 2 people back-to-back Cayo Perico, and yeah, I guess you'd have to maybe wait a little bit, because Cayo Perico, the actual finale only takes, what, 15 minutes? So if you do your heist, right, and then you join someone else, if you do your heist with someone, and then you join them and do their heist, let's say 15-minute passes, you're still going to have, what, like 20 minutes or so to go, 20-something, 30 minutes to go, about 32 minutes to go, until you can do another one. So there is a little bit of a cooldown there, but yeah, if you're doing it solo, it's a much longer cooldown. But I suppose, if you're doing it 2-player, you could still just... You could just do some sales or something in that time period, right? So you could do your heist, have your friend join, and then you could do their heist and join them. And then let's say if 15 minutes has passed, you'd have 32 minutes left on the cooldown. You could just do sales, and then you could then set up another Cayo Perico, and then, you know, they would have to wait the full 48 minutes, and then they could set one, and then you could do what you did before, where you do Cayo Perico, you could do all the setups each, and then join on the finale again. So I guess in theory, yes, in about 6 hours, you could probably do about 5 or so. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe 4, depending. Let's just say 6.5 hours, you could do 5 in that time. Professional, we don't want that one. Oh, they're all professional, that sucks. Yeah, so it's definitely harder than it used to be in terms of cooldowns, but it's not the end of the world. But again, if you're doing it solo, you could just do contract. So if you're solo grinding, do Cayo Perico and then do contract, and then I guess contract takes about what, 2 hours, isn't it? Something like 2 hours to do total. I think it's about 2 hours. So then you could then switch back to Cayo Perico. So that would probably be the ultimate solo grind at the moment, is that. Cayo and contract. But I mean, that's slow though, I'm not gonna lie. I hate contract, it's such a slow heist. Well, not really a heist, but it's a slow mission. So, who am I calling? Who the fuck am I calling? Oh yeah, Franklin. Yeah, I forgot who I was calling for a second. I'll do a few little miscellaneous things and I'll go to bed. It's getting late.
You got it, partner.
Well, I'm happy with what I made today. I made, what, about 2 million? Again, another 2 million tonight. If I do payphone and maybe 1 or 2 more things, I could probably get 2.2, 2.3 million. I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty good for a night's worth of work. For 2 hours worth of work. 2.5 hours worth of work at that point. That's pretty good. Yeah, no worries, dears, and have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day and tomorrow and all that. Take care. What's the... Client says they'll pay extra if we pick this dude up in a taxi. Oh, good, 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 good. Let me go get a taxi then. I guess I could call one up, right? Nah, we'll go get one. I hate calling people on the phone. It's so jarring having to go on the phone and accidentally call someone else and then have to call them up again. Or the taxi arrives and then drives off without me in it. That's also a fucking trek. I want to deal with that. Alright then, yeah, okay, so anyone else who's watching, I will end it after this taxi. I think I'll be enough. That should take me up. Actually, that might take me up to 1 o'clock, so that's perfect, actually. Does that even work in this game? The whole spamming R2 and L2 to speed up your... Picklocking? Not picklocking, hot wiring? Because I know that works in GTA 4, which was a great feature, by the way, Rockstar. I don't know why you get rid of that. Like turning off cars. I used to love that about GTA 4. If you press triangle, you got out the car. If you held triangle, you turn the car off. That was such a good choice. And it meant that you could leave your car on if you needed to get away quick. But the problem with GTA 5, I've had this a lot, where I get out of the car, it turns off the car, and then I'm being shot at. I get back in the car, and I've got to wait for him to turn the car on. I think you can get out of the car consistently, but you've got to, like... You have to, like, keep... I don't know, like, you have to keep the car moving a bit before you get out, or something like that. Whereas if you stop the car, then get out, it almost always turns the car off. So that's something that Rockstar really needs to work on for GTA 6, is bring back some of the GTA 4 things. They were really, really fun. Having cars that you could turn on off, great feature. 10 out of 10 feature. Bring it back. I think I've got to do another 58 of these or something. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 50 something at least to get the career mode thing done.
Tourist, so no long routes, yes?
You're not a tourist, are you not? Bro thinks that because he's not a tourist, I'm not going to charge him more. Alright, turn left, turn left, turn left. Oh, it's been a good night of grind though. I'm happy with it. Obviously, I would like to make more money, but I don't have it in me to keep going. There we go. I wish they would have the GTA 3 one, the GTA 3 Crusher. That shit was so funny, man, back in GTA 3. I loved it so much. You would crush cars. I have a really good video I need to upload of me crushing a car with the driver looking on at it, watching it get crushed. Alright, that's it. So I've made, yeah, about 1.1 maybe. No, actually I made about 2.2, sorry. 1.1-ish million from the heist and another 1.1 million from everything else. So yeah, about 2.2 million. So I'm happy with that. That's a good amount of money. We're just off the 1.26 mark. So we are getting closer and closer all the time, though. We've got a long way to go for where I want to be. But hey, we'll get there. Same with level 1500. I want to hit 1500 before GTA 6 comes out, so I've got a long way to go. But we'll keep going. You know, we're not in any rush. You know, we'll get the heists done and we'll get the jobs done, and we'll get there. We'll get to 1.5 billion and 1500 on the level. We'll get there. Just a long way. Imagine it being legal to do heists in real life. You make so much money according to this game. I mean, you could do heists. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, if you did it illegally, you could make money, and would probably make this much though. The thing about heisting in real life is that the police aren't as dumb. That's the best way to put it. The police aren't as dumb. Like, they did a heist, like, there was a jewelry heist in the UK a couple years ago where these old guys who were like old bank robbers and jewel robbers and all that, and they did a heist where they broke into a jewelry store's vault, I think it was, and they thought they got away with it, and I think it was a few months later they got found because the police had a bunch of connections and a bunch of different, you know, they basically figured out. So I was like, yeah, no, that probably wouldn't work. These were apparently experienced jewelry heisters too, jewelry thieves, but no, they got caught. There was a weak link in the chain, and they didn't expect it, and yeah, it kind of got lost. It kind of got revealed to the police through whatever investigations they did, and then yeah, they found them. So, no, thieving and heisting in real life is not as fun as in a game. Because in theory, really, let's be honest, if we rob a bank, right? Since when does that just stop? Like we rob a bank or we rob the casino, right? Well, I mean, to be fair, with the casino, they probably don't tell the police. But let's say the bank heist, the Pacific Standard. You do Pacific Standard, and you get away. The police go in at crazy, you get away. But why are there no detectives? Why are the detectives not coming after you? Why are the FIB not coming after you? You know, like why did none of them come after you? No one. There's no investigations. You know, it would make sense if like your character was followed and tailed, and then if you do another crime, the police somehow, you know, the FIB catch you doing another crime, but they never do. Because it doesn't work like that in the game. So it's actually much easier. But in real life, you would probably get investigated. There'll be a lot more investigations, and you would probably be eventually found and watched until eventually they, you know, arrest you. So some of the heists in GTA are based off things that happen in real life. Yeah. To be fair, it was probably a lot easier to heist back in the day because you didn't have, you know, surveillance like you do now. It's probably a lot harder to do big heists in today's world because there's cameras everywhere. At least in the UK, there's cameras like everywhere. And then there's a lot more, you know, obviously people chat online, you know, they use an online chat service, and if they don't use the right one, let's say if they use one that doesn't have very good encryption or no encryption, it's only a matter of time until the police would catch you. But no, in the game, it's nowhere near like that. Maybe in GTA 6 they'll have that where they'll have FIB or whatever investigating your actions. Hopefully that would be fun. That'd be really fun, actually. Like, if you do a heist and you got to kind of lay low, not just for the short time period, but you got to lay low. Like, if you do a heist, that could be a way that Rockstar could balance heisting in this game, is if you do a heist, you can't do other crimes for a while without the police coming after you. Like, that would be really cool. Like, if you do a normal, like, if you do like if you go into your business, for example, you might reveal where your business is if you go there after doing a heist. So you got to kind of lay low and you can't go to your business, and your business may struggle. That could be a really interesting way of doing it. We'll see. We'll see if they do that. That'd be fun. If you do like a normal heist, if you do like a normal mission, you just rob someone in a store. Maybe the police are already watching you, so they come in and grab you. That could be fun. Faster reaction times for the police that way. Yeah, that could be really fun, actually. I hope they do that. But who knows? We don't know what's going to happen with GTA 6. We don't even know if GTA 6 is even going to come out next year for at this rate. It might be another few years. But jokes aside from earlier, I do hope GTA 6 comes out next year, because I swear, if we have to wait another year after that, oh boy, I don't know if I can handle that one. I don't know if I can handle yet another season of really, really boring game releases. Well, they're not boring, but let's be honest, you know, there's not really any games like GTA at the moment. I don't know if I mean, another season, I could do another chapter of Fortnite, but I don't want to do 2 more chapters of Fortnite before GTA. Fortnite was never meant to be my main game. Fortnite was supposed to be a temporary game until GTA 6 came out. But at this point, it's become my main game. Oh boy, isn't that some shit? I literally said when GTA 6, when I started playing Fortnite, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play this until GTA 6 comes out, and we're still here. We're still waiting. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. I need something. Actually, speaking of which, let's check out Fortnite's shop update before we go off, before we end the stream. But Max Payne release. Good luck with that. Oh yeah, the Max Payne remasters are being worked on, but they ain't gonna come out anytime soon. Mini PT, so do you. Yeah, we all need GTA 6, don't we? Every single one of us needs GTA 6 in our lives. All right, come on, give us something good, Fortnite. Give me Cobb, please. Give me Cobb. Please be Cobb. Oh no, we're not getting Cobb, are we? Oh, we're not getting Cobb. Billie Eilish is back. Ah, no. 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 Ooh. That's a nice car. Ah, disappointment every time. Every time I come on here, disappointment. Disappointment every time. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I appreciate that. It better not have tons of sexual content. I don't know how to break this to you, but it probably will have more sexual content. If it, you know, there's literally a male and female protagonist, there's probably going to be more sexual content. You're going to have to get used to that. But to be fair, though, Caitlin, by the time it comes out, surely, I mean, you'll be almost 18, right? So at that point, you can just say, who cares? You'll actually be old enough for the actual game itself. Because it's, what, 17 in America, isn't it? But, did I see Joe just put a dislike on Pavel being the perfect human specimen in Discord? That is... Wow, okay, I see how it is. I see how it is to Joe. I see how it is, Joe. Putting no to Pavel as being the perfect specimen when we all know he is. We all know he is the perfect specimen. I'm going to rename myself Pavel. Like RSG Pavel. That's going to be my new name. Fuck being RSG Assassin. I'm going to be RSG Pavel. Alright, so... That's going to be the new name. Get with it. As Kasiga would say, big booty Latina main character be bound for some action. I love that you think of it in Kasiga's terms. Big booty Latina. Oh, I love Kasiga, man. I you know what? Yo, I just realized Kasiga will be playing on PS5 by then, because Kasiga's getting a PS5 for Christmas, so he'll be able to play with us on GTA. Oh my days. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Kasiga on GTA is gonna be a madness. You'll be 19 after it comes out on PC. Yeah, so you should be old enough to play it then. You'll be fine. You won't have to worry about you won't have to worry about your parents coming in and be like, oh, why you got sex scenes on your game? Just be like, well, I'm 18 now, I can do what I want. I'm 19 now, I can do what I want. If I want sex in my video games, I will have sex in my video games. Good times. Now, at least you're not on like all those Steam games that are. There's so many Steam sex games now. It's actually upsetting me. Every time I go on Steam, they're in my recommendations, and I'm like, why? I don't even play any of them. Crazy. You can't wait for people to rise up and ratio your communist pole. Bro, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? It's just that there is only one right answer when it comes to Pavel, and that is we all love Pavel. Everyone here, every single person in this game, in this chat, loves Pavel, alright? We all do. We all love him. There's no ifs, no buts. We all love Pavel. In fact... prove my love for Pavel. Prove my love for Pavel. We will change my name on Discord to Pavel #1 fan. If it even saves. Won't save. I love that it won't save. Why was it auto-modded? I think it was because the reason it was auto-modded was because you said ass fucking. Because you said violent ass fucking games. I know in the context you meant like violent ass games like that. But because it came up as ass fucking, it put it as an auto mod. That's fucking hilarious. Apparently Twitch even doesn't even like the word or the term ass fucking. That's great. Good stuff. Good stuff, Twitch. There's too many children on Twitch. Twitch must moderate terms like that. That's great. But surely just a coincidence they're recommended. Bro, I don't even know why they're recommended, you know? Like, I haven't got any of those games on my account, bro. Like, I literally don't have one sex or, like, sex-related game in my account. Wait, does Honey Pop... What was it? Honey Pop or whatever was that? Does that count? honey, yeah, honey pop. Does honey pop count? Because that might be why actually. I bought that years ago. I bought that to see what everyone was talking about. You turn off the showing of violent video games. Now, what's nothing wrong with some violent video games? Honey pop. Do I have any achievements on that? I don't. I never got any achievements for it. Oh, damn. There's the first achievement is literally have your first successful date with a girl, so I never got a successful date, apparently. Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. Oh, well. Probably never happened now, as I ain't gonna be playing Honey Pop anytime soon. But you know, honestly, like, it's crazy. How long ago did I even buy that game? Because I swear I bought it. It says I last played it in May 2020. How the fuck did I play that in May 2020? I fucking played that in May 2020. I'm done. You can't remember what it's about. It's about like dating or something. You have to like hook up with these girls and like date them and make them happy about you, so they like get with you or some shit, or they leave the date or whatever. I think that's what it is. And I remember, I think Dashi played it as well at one point, which is why I played it, or why I bought it. But I don't remember playing it in 2020, so I don't know if I accidentally loaded it without realizing. Whatever. Oh well, that's that, I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be appearing offline for streams for the next week or so. So if anyone wants to join any of my games, just let me know and I can invite, because yeah, I'm going to be appearing offline. Because I got a message from someone I don't want to message back. So I don't want to be online, because then they're going to message me again and harass me and annoy me. So I'd like to keep that as a not happening thing. Really, I should delete them, but I don't want to be mean, so I'm just going to not appear online. As simple as that, really. I just don't want to deal with them. It's too much going on in my life right now. I don't want to deal with it all, because it's going to bring back a load of fucking toxic shit, and I don't want to deal with it. So, hey, whatever. No one tell JB about this game, because we'll never hear from him again. Probably not. He would probably love that game, knowing him. You're not going to play Hatred or Manhunt 2. What's wrong with Manhunt 2? Manhunt 2 is a great game. Manhunt was an even better game, though. I love the fact that you could choke people with plastic bags. That was fun. You could just, like, choke them to death. That was great. That was great. Oh, great. What a great game. You know, what a great game. What a great fucking game. All right. So, let me say what I'm doing tomorrow and the rest of the week. I don't actually know. I didn't know if I was going to stream today. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. A censored version is good. Adult-only version is just too violent. What's wrong with a bit of violence? We love violence here. So yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing. I definitely need to play Fortnite. I do need to play Chapter 2. Because there is one thing I need to unlock, that TNT Tina, or whatever her name is. I need to unlock her. And I need to do some weeklies or whatever. So I will play Fortnite one of the nights. It might be Wednesday night, so it might be tomorrow night, because Rebecca's off on Thursday, so we probably would make sense to play that tomorrow. So I probably will do a Fortnite stream just to get that TNT outfit out of the way. And then just to get myself up to the final level, and then that will probably be it for Fortnite until Chapter 6, which is coming out in 2 weeks' time, I think. So that's nice. And then I'll probably play GTA again later this week. I don't know when, but I'll probably play it again later this week. I think on Thursday, that's when the next set of heists are being put on. So I'm hoping if they put original heists on, I will be playing original heists. I don't care if I have to play randoms. I don't care. I will be playing original heists. I love original heists. I don't care what one it is. I love them. So I will be playing them all. If they put them on double, I will be playing them. So that will probably be some of the streams later this week. But that's pretty much it then, because yeah, until Fortnite Chapter 6 and until, you know, the next GTA update, there's not really much going on. Choking out people with your bare hands is probably why I got censored. I don't know why I got censored in the UK. I think it got censored in the UK because of the bag. Personally, I think that was what it was for. It also didn't help that someone killed their friend. Like some teenager killed his friend, and then like the game had come out not that long before, and I think that kind of made everyone, hate it. I don't know why, but I mean, if someone kills someone, it's probably not because of a game. It's probably because they're fucking psycho. I've never killed anyone. I've killed a lot of people in games. I've never killed anyone in real life, so I don't plan on it either. Unless if someone does something really annoying, like if they break into my house and threaten me, then in which case, if they die, they die. If that person ends up falling down the stairs and just so happen to have a bunch of choke marks around their neck, that's on them. That's not on me. That's on them. So all I've got to say to them is, don't break in my house, and you won't get choked. You won't fall down the stairs. Wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Anyway, that's that. So, yeah, that'll be the streams next couple of days. And, towards the end of the week, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it's likely that I won't be streaming on Friday. I've got some really, really high responsibility shit coming up. I try to keep my life not being responsible. I try to keep my life like I'm still young and free and not giving a shit. But no, unfortunately, as I'm getting older, I do have more responsibilities. And I got a very high responsibility thing coming up this weekend, which I cannot get out of. So that's going to be fun. So I very likely will not be streaming Friday night or Saturday night, which is sad because I like streaming those. I love streaming Friday and Saturday nights because I can stream later. And sometimes I can do like, movie night afterwards, or or do stuff that I usually wouldn't do, like the horror stuff on. I really, really, really want to do horror stuff on Fortnite, but I've not been able to, because I've not been able to get a Friday or Saturday night to do it. So I don't think I'll be streaming those nights, but if I am able to, then great. But it's very likely I won't. So I'll try my best to stream anyway on Wednesday and maybe Thursday night, and then Sunday night. But no promises. No promises on that. In the first cutscene, literally goes to dude's neck, chokes him to death, and then falling down the stairs and breaking their neck. Oh, see, that's fun. That's really, really enjoyable stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Anyway, take care, everyone. God bless. Have a good one. Bye.